Hi, we are Matthias and Christian from NEOALP. We are an integrator for intelligent robotics located in Vienna. While everyone right now is talking about the next artificial intelligence solution, about agents and the next chatbot, the real next or the biggest AI wave is actually just on its way. It's called physical AI. This is where humanoid robots enter the picture. We at NEOALP actually help or translate industrial needs into real applications at customers, in manufacturing, in logistics, but even in healthcare. We don't build humanoid robots, but we use them to create real impact. The last couple of months, you have probably seen a lot on social media or the web about humanoid robots. They fold our laundry, they walk around in the house, and they help you with everyday tasks. That's awesome. Experts actually say within the next 5 or 10 years, every one of you will have the chance to get one and help you at home with tasks that you actually don't like. But here's the thing. The real transformative value of humanoid robots don't start at our homes. It will start in the industries, especially in Europe, where we have massive challenges, for example, labor shortages. It's now the chance to invest into humanoid robots and help us to stay competitive. Let's have a look at what is actually already happening right now. Around the world, companies are already using humanoid robots to solve real problems in real operational environments. So not in labs anymore, it's really out there. For example, BMW just announced 2 weeks ago, they already announced it earlier, but they showed us with their latest pilot that they are using a humanoid robot in everyday's production. We also see a lot of solutions right now in cleaning where we have robots that are capable of understanding different environments far beyond what is traditional, what can traditional automation actually solve. We also see first implementations in infrastructure where humanoids can take over dangerous tasks. And even in aviation, where humanoids are piloted to help the board crew with their tasks. So the question is, do we in Europe use humanoid robots and be the leader in this technology, in this massive disruptional technology, or will we just be consumers as we were or are probably in a lot of other technology fields in the last 20 years. To understand this better, we want to look into the challenges, what it takes in Europe to bring humanoid robotics to life.
Thank you, Christian. I think my microphone is not on right now. But anyways, let's make a handover. I think now it's better. The thing is, yes, there is an enormous potential in using humanoid robots. But as we see it in other AI-driven use cases, we do have some critical challenges in front of us. One challenge that we see is the topic of data. You know, humanoid robots, they depend on AI models that guide them how to move their body and how to solve actual tasks in manufacturing, for example. So we need some kind of a brain, of an AI brain, that is guiding the robot on how he needs to work. And as we all know, since we know ChatGPT and since we know what amount of data ChatGPT needed to be good, the same thing also counts here in humanoid robots. We need vast amount of training data to train those brains of the humanoids to get them really into an autonomous state where they can operate all by themselves. Thing is, we don't have this training data right now in Europe. But the good thing is also this training data, they do not exist in America or in China or in other countries or regions in the world right now. But the thing is, other regions, they do have a strategy on how they will generate these data over the next years. We in Europe, we don't have a clear strategy on how we want to generate these data to train humanoid robots' brains. The second thing is a challenge that we see is industrial ecosystems. So what we don't see here in Europe, in Austria or in other countries is that there are actively growing ecosystems that bring together researchers, manufacturers, industries, end users and integrators to work together to solve those problems. And the third thing we see is safety, regulation and acceptance. So in Europe we are #1 in safety, in worker safety and so on. And we do have good regulations for robotics in the field of service robotics or industrial robotics. But these frameworks, they can't be established for humanoid robots one by one. Because humanoid robots, they work other than other robot species would do. Also, they are built other than normal robots are built. So we need some kind of new regulations or adaptation to the regulations to really make humanoid robots being implemented in large scales in our industry. And the thing is, all of these three challenges are big. They are fundamental. They will decide if we, as Europe, will be adopters or followers. And also, these challenges, they can't be solved by one company by them own. So that's also why we are here today, to invite all of you to join our chapter and think about how we can create solutions for these challenges, let's say like this, and talk with us about what use cases are the most feasible for industries. Also, how can we build ecosystems that connect researchers, manufacturers and the industry together, and also to think about how can we, in a safely way, implement humanoid robots to work together with us, to work together in our industry. And that's, at the end, the thing why we are here, and we invite every one of you to join our chapter and discuss with us bold ideas and create bold concepts on how we can create solutions for these challenges. Thank you so much.